Welcome to Talking Business to Business, a very interesting series of interviews with great local business people. So I'm here with Natalie Prychitko, and we're going to be talking about why you should be joining the Whitby Chamber of Commerce. Welcome back. I'm Dan White, co-host of the show Talking Business to Business, and I'm here with
Natalie Prychitko, the CEO of the Whitby Chamber of Commerce. Thanks
So,
for having me.
It's great to have you here. So tell me, who is Natalie?
Oh, big question.
Yes.
Who is Natalie? I'm the CEO,
Yep.
born and bred in Whitby, so my heart
Wow.
is definitely here in this market. I've been a resident of the Durham region for 30 years now, and just a big advocate of business. I've always worked in marketing communications, and that's my life.
Wow.
Love it.
So how did you become CEO of the Whitby Chamber of Commerce?
I did a need 'em got 'em one day, as it was, I worked for the OLG and for 17 years, and I had taken over something called change management. We were going through a large reorg at the time in modernization, and because I was managing that department and I wasn't familiar with certain qualifications, I subscribed to Indeed to have jobs kind of sent to me through the Indeed. And one day I got this CEO of a Chamber of Commerce posting, and I laughed and said, I'm not a CEO and I have no idea what a Chamber of Commerce is. Delete, delete, delete. And it came up, I guess, the third or fourth time, and so I opened it because I saw Whitby. I thought, oh, can you imagine my not having to drive into Toronto, which I'd been doing for 25 years?
Yeah.
And I opened it, and there was this job, and I literally did a need 'em got 'em in terms of qualifications to see if it would be something that I would want to jump to, because being at an organization for 17 years has its pros and cons, of course, right? And so I jumped and applied for a job where I really didn't know what a Chamber of Commerce was for and what it did, and realized I had some value to bring to the community. So having a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Good. So tell me about the journey. Like, you came into this world of different.
Yes.
And you knew that there was challenges and goals to achieve. So let's start there. What sort of challenges did you have?
Oh, I think getting to know the business community. It's vast. So I was very accustomed in my previous life to OLG and advertising and marketing communications to have a lot of clients. But a lot of clients doesn't equal 650 to 700 clients. And they were all in different places. So I loved the journey of learning about them. And I'm still learning. It's 2.5 years later, and as businesses come on board, you're barely catching up to recognizing the businesses that are part of your community, let alone recognizing the new ones. So for me, that was a challenge, I think. And probably the biggest challenge was sort of drawing on my operational experience. So I used to manage draws operations at the lottery business, draws ops, draws audit. So I had a lot of operational experience, but I'd lost it in my mind. It was somewhere in the caverns of that in between, like song lyrics and things like that. So I had to draw on that to remember how to have conversations that were authentic with the business community. And probably the biggest growth for me was in entrepreneurship. So I've worked for a lot of different types of businesses and brands, but I certainly didn't have a lot of conversations with entrepreneurs at early stages. And I found that to be challenging, but also very exciting to be part of sort of their journey and supporting them to be more successful.
So tell me some of the things that you believe have worked well for you in this role.
Okay. I think for any role, it's being authentic. So I, in any of my roles, have always accepted additional responsibility because it provides you with opportunities for growth. As well as I think authentic in terms of if I don't know the answer, I don't pretend to. And people sometimes think that they can pretend to know the answer and make it look like they do. And It doesn't come off real.
That's right.
So I don't know. I think I've been there, done that for too long. That I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe that's
I think that your personality has gone a long ways. I know there's a lot of business people, including myself, who think you're pretty awesome.
Oh,
And
thank you.
we like to be involved with the chamber. A big part of it is you.
Thank
So
you.
tell me, why do people join the chamber?
Oh, for a host of reasons. It depends on the type of business.
Yep.
And the size of your business and where you are in your journey. But generally, they join the chamber for several reasons. One is they want to be associated with the depth and breadth of our programming. So they've decided that they're in business or going into business or at a point in their life where they want to grow and develop, whether it's professionally or within their business environment. And they join a chamber because that's where you're going to find 90 plus years of experience in networking, in programming, and growth and development. And B2B, which is the name of your show, is a critical component of that. We're actually launching something, which I can't really talk about, in October that's really putting the chamber back into the Chamber of Commerce.
Wow.
I'm very excited about it.
Well, that's very cool. I'll be
So yeah, I've been
keen
working
to
on
know
it for
about
about
that.
2.5 years, so I'm pretty thrilled.
Yeah.
But I think for that purpose, so they want to grow their business, and to do that, you need to find mentors. To do that, you need to attend different types of programming. You need to learn how to network. A lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to do that.
That's true.
Another sort of stream is to develop themselves personally as business people. So they want to be associated with an organization that has this depth and breadth in the community. So they want to also give back. And to do that, you can do both. And I know that you've mentioned and you've been a big supporter, but the chamber allowed you to not only sort of spread your wings in advocacy, but in doing that, it gave you an opportunity to network with lots of different businesses and talk about who you are and your philosophy and why you created your business. And that in turn generated relationships and therefore leads in business. So that's a win-win.
Yeah.
And then probably the third, I would say, is businesses struggle with giving their employees benefits, right? There's only a certain amount of time, money, effort that you can put towards your employees or their development or value proposition. The chamber allows you to do that. There's all types of savings programs, there's member-to-member savings, there's programming. So instead of you as the principal having to attend these events, send people that you'd like to be your representative. Develop them in that respect, because it's easy to send them on courses, and everybody needs to continue sort of their learning and their professional development. But actually going to an event and representing the organization you work for is huge accolades, makes a big difference in a person's development. So, and it sticks with them, right?
Yeah. So in a nutshell, what advice would you give somebody that joins the Chamber of Commerce to get maximum benefits out of it? What would be your key advice?
Get out there.
Yeah.
Joining the chamber, getting the sticker for your window, some website or social media accolades will not drive your business.
Yeah.
What'll drive it is business to business experience, networking, engagement, opportunities to look like you're leading through sponsorship. Just saying it's something that we do and something we pay for. For some organizations that might work. For others, I would say, especially if you're a relatively small to medium business, you've got to get out there and develop relationships with people, because those are critical in terms of moving the needle.
Yeah, so if I can say, just from my own perspective, being involved with the advocacy committee has built some really nice relationships. And it ended up, I went to Thunder Bay, as you know, last fall, and that was a wonderful experience. And then I got involved as a result with the Ontario Chamber of Commerce Resolutions Advocacy Committee, and I've built some really good relationships there.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's really benefiting us, and it helps with our brand. And I think that a lot of people should really stop and think about the tremendous benefit it has to be seen as a solid community member. I was a member of the Chamber of Commerce for several years before one particular person that we do work together now said, by the way, what do you do?
Right.
After a couple of years.
Right.
So if you're not there and if you're not doing it, you're not going to get the benefits.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So in a nutshell, just give us that why you better get out now and join the Whitby Chamber of Commerce.
Because we have programming of varying value and degree. So we have a small and mighty team. We host 70 to 80 programs. A lot of them are free. So we're not asking for a business to make a substantive investment in a chamber and then every time they want to actually leverage our programming, it costs them an additional amount of money. So lots of free programming. You learn how to network. You have access to lots and lots of experts. We are growing leaps and bounds. And I think we're doing that because we've sort of cracked the nut in terms of what our business community is looking for. And we keep evolving, including recognizing that youth under 30 didn't have a networking organization in the Durham region. So professionals and entrepreneurs sort of didn't have a place to go where they were with like-minded people. We created something called Connects Gen. So we have a complete life cycle for a business from entrepreneurship stage through to retirement and programming associated with that. So I'm really proud of it.
You should be. You've done an awesome job.
Thank you.
So there you have it, folks. Whitby Chamber of Commerce. If you want to be connected, you want to network, you want to grow your business, I strongly advocate that you do that. And if you liked this discussion and the other ones, please like, share, and comment.